What's going on, Cancer? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for December 26th through January 1st. So, in this reading, Cancer, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides regarding December 26th through January 1st. But before we begin this reading, Cancer, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Cancer, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. That would also be greatly appreciated over here, Cancer. So without further ado, I'm going to pull the energy and we'll see what wants to come through for you. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Cancer. Okay, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards for you. We have Mahavatar Babaji, Soul Expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things, Cancer. So there's something about you understanding the interconnectedness of the universe this week is very important for you. You also have Archangel Michael, Trusting Heaven. Okay, so you are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. And finally, you have faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, trust the good in yourself and others, and see the light in the world. Okay, so those are some opening oracle messages for you here, Cancer. So we start this reading off with your opportunity for December 26th through January 1st. Your opportunity is the world. The world is an upgrade. It's some sort of graduation, and I feel like you heading into the new year, you really, I'm getting there's something about a faded connection coming in for you in 2023, but what you do this week and even in the very beginning of 2023, but what you do with your energy right now is either going to allow this energy in or repel it, okay, if you stick to old patterns. So they say new level, new devil, right, Cancer? So with this world card being here, we're going to have to clarify. I also just get like, some of you could have recently made a new purchase, or you could have been gifted something for, it's the holiday season. So I would say enjoy whatever you have in the material realm. There's something about you being a little bit bougie and you like being in that frequency and being okay with it, or like letting yourself relish in luxury of some sort, okay? But also this has to do with a relationship upgrade. Now, your challenge is the Five of Pentacles here, Cancer. So some of you could be like moving, or you could be planning to move, or where I'm getting like some sort of living situation, maybe connected to your career, or a person just feels like your challenge is you're not where you need to be. But don't hark here because you have an upgrade coming in. Your opportunity is the world. Your challenge is the Five of Pentacles. So I do feel like you're going through a very big transition period, or like I'm feeling like a rite of passage. Now, a big part of this, Cancer, is going to be adjusting the relationship you have with some people in your life. I'm getting this as a past lover that you keep going back to, or someone that you keep is like in your field or something. I feel like there's going to be a really big readjustment there. We're going to clarify in a second to see what it's about. Now, when it comes to your overall general energy, you have the Star, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and you also have the Seven of Swords here, Cancer. So there's some sort of fated healing situation that you have coming in. What's coming to mind is you're 3 feet from gold right now. Last reading for the returning viewers, there was something about purifying your energy, taking your power back and focusing on you. I feel like that's going to happen, but I feel like there's temptation. For me, the Seven of Swords is you're being tempted into going to a lifeline that you've already graduated from. That's why the World here is your opportunity. It's not set in stone yet, Cancer. It still is dependent on what you do. And the Wheel of Fortune here is a big opportunity. It's fated things happening in your life. I do feel like there's someone baiting you. This could even be a few people for you. This could be also, I'm getting for some of you, a family member or a boss at work, or someone that you let them get under your skin. And so it's almost like if you can avoid letting someone get under your skin, you'll be okay. This also has to do with abstaining, maybe just being by yourself for a little while. We're going to have to see, because I do feel like this connection could come in faster than you realize as well, this new love connection. But we're going to have to see when we clarify. Now, when it comes to what you don't see coming, Cancer, it's big time. You have a lot of spiritual energy here. You have the Page of Wands, you have the Tower, and you have the Judgment card. I feel like you're just done being immature. It's not that immaturity is a bad thing in and of itself, but it's the place that it's coming from. And for me, this page is kind of your own energy. Now, for some of you, it's going to be the energy of the person that you're connecting to, some sort of destructive person that doesn't have your best interest at hand, that kind of treats you badly, but you just keep settling for, because it's just habitual, I'm getting. Now, I feel like you finally end this. And what you don't see coming, the Judgment card is about a major shift in consciousness, and the Tower is about blowing up a foundation. There's someone who's been in your field for quite a few years. This could also be someone who you believe is a soulmate. But right now, you're in soul expansion, right? So understanding the connection between all things. There's something about like you brushing something under the rug as if it's not a big deal that you're doing, that you know is destructive. But what do we know about the law of correspondence? Everything matters. Okay, if I go like this, I've just completely shifted into another reality. And if you exchange energy with someone who you're not meant to anymore, you have no one to blame but yourself. For you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. There's something about that. You are the average of the 5 people you hang around with. Be very careful who you give another chance. Be very careful who you surround yourself with, Cancer. Now, when it comes to your advice from your spirit guides for this upcoming week, you have the Hanged Man, you have the 5 of Wands, and you also have the 7 of Pentacles here. This is your advice from Spirit. I really feel like there's some sort of shift in perspective, clearly with the Judgment card here. Now you have the Hanged Man. This is seeing something from a different perspective and surrendering something. This also could have to do with another person. You have that 5 of Wands. I do sense in your life there could be something about jealousy that you're like ashamed to admit. And for some of you, this is not going to be all of you, but the reason why you keep going back to this toxic person is because you're subconsciously jealous and you subconsciously feel like they're your person. It's almost like, yeah, this person is not really good, but they're my person who's not really good. They're mine. There's some sort of ego attached here. And so really this is ego versus the higher self. Now we're going to have to clarify what this is all about. I'm really not going to get ahead of myself here, but there is something about being grateful for what you have. You know, gratitude is the best attitude. Looking how far you've come. The World card in your opportunity and the 7 of Pentacles here in your advice. Definitely don't be afraid to embellish yourself in some sort of luxury. I don't know why I keep getting that. Some of you just got a recent upgrade in your physical life. Now, what I'm getting from this challenge as well, the 5 of Pentacles, there could be an identity thing here where you subconsciously like mess it up. So some of you could be recently getting more money, or you could have recently got more money, or a new purchase, or some sort of deep enhancement. And it's like me, like this year I've made more money than I've ever made, than I ever thought possible, like in this year. And when I first started making the money, it was there was always something that like I subconsciously just spent it all because I wasn't used to it. So there could be something about you getting used to a new positive frequency, and when it's like almost like you want to give up or something. I don't actually think you want to give up, but this is just a theme. So let's go ahead and get into this reading, Cancer, and see what is going on here. The first card that I'd like to clarify is why the World is here. I feel like you're graduating from a certain soul contract you've had with someone, and this could even be with a group of people. I'm being honest with you. This is a phase of your life. Whoever you've been surrounded by, you are the average of the 5 people you're hanging around with. You literally could be giving up a friend group or something that's been familiar. Okay, this is a toxic person in love. This is toxic, or not even toxic, but just familiar. You know, like if you hang around with 5 people that make $100,000 a year, you'll be the 6th. If you hang around with 5 people that make 30 grand a year, you'll be the 6th. If you hang around with 5 people that are millionaires, you'll also be the 6th. Okay? Why is the World card here? Remember, it's your opportunity. The World is clarified by the Magician, the 9 of Wands, and also the 3 of Swords here, Cancer. Okay, so with this being your opportunity here, the first card that came out, clearly something to do with manifestation, you manifesting a physical upgrade in your life, also an upgraded relationship. But here's the thing, with your opportunity, I really feel like you're a little bit wounded still. Clearly, there's an opportunity to overcome your own wounding and realize to keep going. Even though you're hurt, even though you're down, it's like failure doesn't exist until you quit. And for a lot of you, it's just like you've never successfully manifested that person that you really want, or you've never successfully manifested that career situation or those friends, that network that you really want. But I'm telling you, what this is about is you're 3 feet from gold. It's the ancient Chinese proverb that like when you're the closest to your goal, or when you're the closest to purifying your energy, the devil is just going to throw all these tricks at you. It's going to throw, and I feel like the universe is throwing, you might actually attract, and I feel like that's what this is about. This 5 of Pentacles is about negative synchronicity. I feel like you just have to turn your back on it and just show contempt or disdain for that. And you just have to say, I'm beyond this. I'm over it. I'm better than this. Okay? But if you give in, then you have no one to blame but yourself. Okay? Why is the 5 of Pentacles here in your challenge? There could also be someone using like weird, I'm not going to say like black magic, but if you have a very strong emotional cord, if you keep having sex with someone, or that you have a strong emotional connection with someone, I do feel like your opportunity is to realize that like you may have to be a little bit ruthless to cut something out, because they're going to try to suck you in, even unconsciously. That's why that 7 of Swords is here. Why is the 5 of Pentacles here, Cancer? Whoa. Oh my goodness. Okay, Cancer. There's a lot of people involved here. You have the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, and also the Queen of Wands here when it comes to your challenge being the 5 of Pentacles. A lot of you are waiting for someone who has a third party going on, and you see yourself being with them. This could have a lot to do with the new person that you feel is coming into your life. There could be someone that you kind of are like eyeing out or waiting for them to be done with something. I do feel like it's a little bit of a dangerous game that you're playing with the person you think this is going to be. A lot of you have this person in your head. This could be a past person from way back, or someone you have in your head. I feel like they are involved with someone else though. And so your challenge is like, are you really going to put your entire life on hold to wait for something, Cancer, that someone else is already involved? So this person's already like married, and you really want them, but it's like a dangerous game you're playing. That's all I'm going to say. It's not for all of you, obviously, but for some of you, you're playing a very dangerous game. Also of Karma. like, if someone's already in a commitment and they're not ready to give it up, like, what type of energy do you think that's going to come back to you eventually if you try to mess that up? You also have the King and Queen of Pentacles here, so I do feel like no matter who you are, if you're not involved waiting for someone who's already involved, then you're about to manifest a new soulmate here, and it's very different than the quality of what you're used to. Okay, the King and the Queen of Pentacles here, you're very close to it. You're very close to it, but you have to use, there's also something about you using your manifestation abilities and getting very passionate. Okay, the Magician and the Queen of Wands. So with that being said, let's go ahead and clarify this overall general energy. The first thing I want to do is the Wheel of Fortune. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here for you this week in your overall general energy, Cancer? Okay, the Wheel of Fortune is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the Four of Cups, and also the Page of Pentacles here. All right, this is not going to be for all of you here. For some of you, what I can tell you is if you can purify your energy, if you can successfully move beyond certain relationships that you know are just like they're meant to be they're meant to be out of here, you're not meant to, then you're manifesting this. Okay, the Ten of Pentacles, but the Ten of Cups is like a happily ever after frequency, but that requires patience, that requires purification, and that requires you thinking bigger, right? The World card in your opportunity. Now, you also have the Four of Cups and the Page of Pentacles here, so I feel like you feel like you're very far away from it. You know, the Four of Cups here, the Page of Pentacles, like you're at the beginning phases of purifying your energy to start this new lifeline. So if you feel far away from it, don't hark. Now, this is a sub-story for others of you. For those of you who are trying to get an opportunity with someone who's already involved with someone else, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm getting pissed now. Like, I'm serious. Like, what are you doing, Cancer? Like, what? Like, you're literally at this spot where you're about to purify your energy and move into a different lifeline just by being okay with being yourself or networking with different people. But for some of you doing this, you're going to have a realization this week about, like, I'm being very immature trying to wait for someone who's already involved with someone else. See the Ten of Cups? Like, someone that you're thinking, it's this big opportunity. They're already involved with someone else. This is someone who's in a relationship or they have someone else in their life. If they're not choosing you, what are you doing? You're engaging in very immature behavior, Cancer. That's not like what I'm talking about in this reading. So I'm calling you out in this reading. Am I calling you out? Yeah, I am. And I hope that, I don't really care what you think, to be honest, because it's just like, what are you doing? There's an opportunity to heal, but then there's also an opportunity to slide back. And listen, I'm not like hating. I understand why you're interested in this person who has something else going on, but like you just need to, if it's meant to be, it won't pass you. If it's meant to be, it won't pass you. Now, here's the thing about soul expansion, you understanding the connection between all things as well. There's something about karma here, and this is not for all of you, so for those of you who are not interested in this person who's already involved, and you're not, I'm sorry, but I have to go into it. There's something, Cancer, about like you like are not understanding why things aren't working out for you in love. It's because the way you're going at it. Like, you're going at people that are already involved. Like, then when you get into something successful, what energy do you think is going to come back to you? You know? So let's clarify why the Seven of Swords is here. Now, this is also for someone that keeps trying to get back with you, but I kind of feel like you're over it. But I feel like there is this energy of you waiting for an opportunity with someone who's already involved in something. And to that, I'm not going to, like, hate on it. I understand that if you really feel like this is the person for you, but it's like, if they're still involved, be very careful with what you do about that. Seven of Swords in your overall general energies clarified by the Sun, the Justice card, and also the Hanged Man here. Seven of Swords clarified by the Sun, the Justice card, and also the Hanged Man. Hanging Man. Yeah, there's something about justice to the Seven of Swords here. I feel like you're surrendering a very immature relationship. This is someone that you're thinking about. This is a different person to the person that I'm talking about you're waiting for that's already in a commitment. This is a different person, or it could be the same for a lot of you, but it's a different person for most of you. You're basically like this sketchy person who maybe you're attracted to for some sort of like weird way. Or not even weird, but you're attracted to them even though they're sketchy. I feel like this is you being like, nope, I gotta cut that out. Gotta surrender it, gotta do the justice thing, gotta do what makes me happy. And I feel like you learned by now that this person who you keep going back to, who's been in your life for a number of years or even months or weeks, this person that you keep going back to, the toxic person, it's like I do feel like you're gonna have this realization like, okay, I'm done with them. But what you're not realizing is that, like, you know, birds of a similar feather flock together. And like there's something about like, instead of you just being like, oh, this person is so sketchy that you're disconnecting from, how are you sketchy? You know, like when I look at someone on the street, like if I walk down the street and I look at a homeless person and they're like, you know, cracked out and they're an addiction, it'd be very easy for me to be like, oh, like that's just not me. Like that they have an addiction and they're homeless, that sucks. But like the question I ask myself is like, how is that me? What's my version of that? Maybe it's too much coffee, or maybe it's, you know, things I do from time to time. How am I in the same consciousness as that person? What you need to look at, Cancer, right now is how are you in the same consciousness of the person that you're disconnecting from, that you're labeling as toxic? Yes, it's good for you to disconnect from them because you have this upgrade coming in. It's good, you need to disconnect from them, but I'm telling you, this soul expansion thing, a lot of you are still not even getting it, and that's why you're getting pissed at this reading. Not all of you, but there's something about like with what you don't see coming. This is for those of you who are interested in the person who's already involved with someone else, who's potentially already married to someone else, that you're waiting or you're trying to get them out of it. There's something you're realizing. What is that going to lead to, Cancer? That's going to lead for you a tower moment down the road, because what you put out is what you get back. Don't shoot the messenger, Cancer. All right. Now, for others of you, it's just about blowing. For those of you who are not dealing with waiting for someone who's already involved, it's about you disconnecting from that person that has been around in love and you're making room for something better, okay? Now let's go ahead and clarify why the Judgment card is here in what you don't see coming, all right? And I really feel like, yeah, I feel like you're just settling. It's like this unconscious settlement. Why is the Judgment card here? Yeah, the Devil. You're realizing your own toxicity. Like, oh, like this is the realization. Maybe I'm starting the realization for you. Yeah, like the Judgment card and what you don't see coming. Judgment is about making a judgment about another person, about yourself. I really feel like it's you making a judgment about, first of all, this person who's toxic, this person who doesn't treat you right. They're the Devil, the Nine of Swords, and also the Three of Cups. Someone here, they're represented by this page. I've been talking to you about this immature person in love. You're disconnecting from them. Now, for others of you who are dealing with the thing that you're waiting for someone, or you're trying to pull someone out of a commitment here, Cancer, you're starting to realize maybe you're the one who, it's not that you're toxic, but it's just that you have patterns in your head that you're settling for something. Like you don't think there's other things out there besides someone who's already in a commitment, and like that's really the thing you're going to harp on. That's really the thing that you're going to wait about, to try to mess with someone else's energy. Like, this is you realizing this about yourself. I'm damaged. And that's why I'm trying to manifest some weird stuff. And it's not even that weird. Like, I get it, you know? I get it. Now, let's see what the Tower is here. Is a foundation. Maybe a foundation of your consciousness is blowing up here. Yeah, you have the Hermit. You're just like, whoa, like major realization. Hold on. Now, a lot of you are not going to be able to swallow this, and you're just going to be like, and maybe it's not your reading. To be fair, this is definitely not going to be everyone's reading. The Seven of Wands. Yeah, you might be very defensive, or you might have to put a boundary up about this person. I feel like yeah, hold on. You might have to defend yourself against someone. Seven of Wands is clarified by the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and also the King of Swords here. Yeah, I feel like this is you setting a boundary to someone that you were collaborating with in the past. Okay, blowing up a foundation with someone who's very cold-hearted, who very much keeps their options open, Cancer. So just be aware of that. All right. So let's also get some advice for you from Spirit, because like my intention is not to like make this weird. My intention is to show you what an aspect of your own consciousness, right? So let's go ahead and see why the Hanged Man is here in your advice. Yeah, the Hanged Man is clarified by the Star. The Star is also in your overall general energy. The Ace of Cups, the Star, the High Priestess, and also the Six of Pentacles to the Hanged Man. I really feel like this is you surrendering to new love, to something better, to a healing experience that can occur when you listen to your intuition here. Because right now what a lot of you like are holding out for, like, okay, you've successfully said, I'm done with this one toxic person, but then there's this other person that they're either involved with work or they're not really getting back to you, and you're just, I'm translating frequency. So what I'm talking about is there's someone that you're thinking, oh, they're going to save me, or they're going to be this, you know, power couple with this person. They're either involved with someone else or they just don't really care about you. I feel like that's what you're moving on from. And I feel like you're about to focus more of your energy on yourself, and you're going to have faith in a higher vision that you're just not used to. So I'm not saying, so you need to go back to like Manifestation 101, and just, if there's a period of time where you're going to be alone, that's like a beautiful thing. There's nothing, you don't want to be desperate, Cancer, because I feel like there's a desperate thing. I feel like there's like a thing with someone. I don't know who this person is, and it's not the person that you're disconnected from. It's kind of a newish person or someone that you've connected to way back in the past. I don't know, but this is what I got for you, Cancer, and I hope that this provided you clarity and insight.